Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to Star Enlightenment channel. Hopefully, y'all can hear me loud and clear. Welcome to Star Enlightenment. In this particular video, I am outside real quick. So if you hear cars, give me 1 second. All right. So I just want to let you know real quick, right? I am outside. So if you hear cars, planes, birds, anything like that, just know well, you can see obviously I'm outside, but you already know the vibes. But anyway, I just want to say this video in particular is in response to a particular subscriber, supporter of mine. He wanted me to do a little video about a dream interpretation, breaking down the metaphysics of his dream. Now I'm gonna make it simple and short, but I'm gonna be thorough with it at the same time. So he mentioned that he was having dreams about seeing different creatures that he has never seen before, and also being in a different realm in his dream. You know what I'm saying? Then I believe that he's been in. So, hey, shout you out, Mystical Mysterio. This video is for you right here. Um, so, like I said, he mentioned that he's seeing different creatures that he'd never seen before, and that he also was in a different realm in his dream. Now, very simple, but I will break it down. So, starting off, whenever first, it's important to understand that whenever you talk about dreams or dream meanings and interpretations, dreams are always a reflection of you. You see what I'm saying? So it could be you could be dealing with a particular people, person, or thing outside of you, but just understand if you're seeing that in a dream, it's still a representation of yourself. AKA the reason why you're attracted to X, Y, and Z or different things in your life is because that's still a part of you that you may need to let go. So getting into it, saying that you seeing different creatures, the creatures, it depends. I'm gonna do the negative first. If you were seeing different kinds of like negative creatures, aka creatures that made when you seen them, you felt a negative vibration. And you, matter of fact, since you were here, you can let me know. Was it like negative creatures, or was it like beautiful creatures, or was it mundane? I can wait for you because depending on how they made you feel and what kind of creatures did you feel like it was, is gonna let me know exactly what it was. You see what I'm saying? So if you still here, just let me know. I'll wait about 10, 15 seconds. Um, Even if you did left, I'll still break down. But you said more neutral. Okay, bet. So since it's more neutral, more mundane, these are creatures that are like they're like these are certain sides of you. These are other sides of you. So basically, in your wake life, in some shape or form, you've been doing something, or basically being into certain things in your life that you're learning to discover more who you already are. You see what I'm saying? So you having, you see what I'm saying, dreams about them is just showing and letting you know that you are now discovering a part of yourself that you previously might have not been aware of. Since you said these are new things you never seen before. So this like saying you're seeing a new side of yourself. You're seeing new, you see what I'm saying? New parts of your own self. Different sides of your own self. And since you said they're mundane, these sides that you're seeing are not necessarily good or bad. These are just other sides of yourself. You see what I'm saying? And then this is a very important one. You said that you've been in different realms, and that means that internally and spiritually you're in a different space. You're in like a new space, pretty much. So I don't know what you're doing in your wake life, or what other type of internal exercises you were doing as far as meditations. You see what I'm saying? But um, the fact that you saying that you're in the new in different spaces in your different realms in your dreams lets you know that spiritually you're in a new space. You see what I'm saying? Or you're getting ready to manifest a new space. But either way, you're already in some type of new space to have a dream about it. It may take shape or form in your wake life sometime. Um, Whether you being around new people, places, or things, possibly, depending on how long you stay in that space. So I'm gonna read what you said. You said more neutral, mundane creatures, but you also seen negative creatures. Okay, so yeah, so since if you seen negative creatures, and that's letting you know the creatures that you seen that gave you a negative vibe or that were negative by nature, that letting you know that these are the parts of yourself that are more negative by nature. You see what I'm saying? So so if they impacted you in a negative way in your dream, that lets you know that these are parts of yourself that you have to take care of in the sense of do some type of internal work, or try your best to kind of deal with these the best way that you can. Um, you may be in a situation, there's necessarily not always good or bad things, but you may be in a situation where you may need, sometimes you need the negative and the positive. But if it's negative to the point where you feel like it's holding you back, or it's like extremely negative to your life, you don't experience it no more, then that's kind of like that aspect that they say of like bounding your demons, or bounding your lower natures. You see what I'm saying? For like 1,000 years, so you seal them up. So you don't want to deal with them no more. You see what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. You see what I'm saying? So it's good. It's important to understand that. So, yeah, you say, you say, I fix what I entertain. Gotta deal with my sex demons. Old Scorpiosis. Ha ha. Hey, you know what I mean? Gotta deal with my sex demon. Old, you know what I'm saying? Scorpio sixth house stellium. So that's letting you know right off the bat. You got a stellium in the sixth house. Sixth house, I believe. Yeah, that's letting you know right off the bat that you got a lot of like you got a lot of energies in your life that deal with work routine and pattern and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They may deal with your career, but a lot of like scheduling daily routines that you either are into or that you like to do or that you naturally do without even being aware of it. You see what I'm saying? And you have more access to that because you got a stellium in there and a six out. Now you said it being in Scorpio, yeah, Scorpio do kind of rule the sexual energy. So you were saying you be doing freaky shit because the experience. Yeah, but here's the thing too. Don't look at these things as like good or bad. It's positives and negatives to everything in every space. You just have to realize at the same time, you don't want to get lost, because when you talk about the reference of sin or what sin is, which we're just using this for etymology at the moment, that's only when you go out of bounds, or aka you go too far with something. So it's not that what you're doing is necessarily wrong. You just want to find a certain type of homeostasis, especially if you feel like you're stuck in that pattern, or you keep dealing with it to the point where that's almost like it's hard to break out of it, like some type of addiction. You see what I'm saying? Um, yeah, but but nah, for real though. Doing freaky because the experience, and that's all it come down to. Ain't nothing wrong with the experience. Like I said, you gotta understand, right? At that one video I made, I ain't gonna be too long here, but I do want to break this down for you real quick if my phone don't die. So real quick, when you talk about the main three chakras, or AKA in Teo is they call it the three Dantians, the three brains, the three worlds. Your root chakra is one of those. You know what I'm saying? So you want to develop all these chakras. All these chakras are like worlds. They're all like minds. They're different lenses. They're all a part of your energy center. They also help you manifest. Like if your root chakra off, you're not gonna manifest a lot of like stability. You may not manifest a lot of sexual attention or attraction in your life. You may not have you might have issues in your sexual energy and your sexual parts. You see what I'm saying? And you don't really want that because the root chakra go deep. It do deal with your ability to manifest money, have other people in your life that can cater to you. It do deal with manifesting people in your life that can pleasure you in sexual ways. So the eighth house go deep. You don't want to just like be like, oh nah, like let me not pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? It's the time and place for everything. So the fact that you put a lot of energy work in there is not bad. That means you still expanding and building. But yeah, hold on. Also I got a lot eighth house planets. Yeah, you got a lot of eighth house planets, huh? So hey, like I said, it's not bad because if a person didn't have any planets in the eighth house, that's when things can actually play out more negatively. And I'm gonna explain why real quick and briefly. But like for me, I can use me because I'm not ashamed. Like me, like I have an empty eighth house in Pisces. Now Pisces is a very powerful sign in the eighth house because the sexual energy will be wild, it'll be powerful, it'll be creative. You see what I'm saying? That's that water ruler, Neptunian. So you know it's powerful. But with me not having no planets in there, or a person that's like that, they don't have no planets in the eighth house, you're gonna lack a lot of control in that life. Like you'll have a hard time controlling your sexual energies, and you'll also have a harder time manifesting people in your life to cater and suit you and pleasure you in that area sexually. You're not gonna be able to manifest a lot of sexual partners as easy as somebody like that got a lot of energy in that area or got some energy in that area. Um, Now I ask you personally, since you're still here, when you say you got a lot of eighth house planets, now do you feel like the sexual stuff that you're into, those routines, do you feel like that's something that you feel like you're stuck in, almost like an addiction, or is that something that you feel like, oh, like I do have control of it, I can stop if I wanted to, I just choose to type stuff. So I'm saying, let me know in the chat, because then I could go deeper. You see what I'm saying? Cause that'll let me know. You see what I'm saying? You do got control, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's gonna say I figured because a lot of people that have a lot of people that have planets in their eighth house in general, they gonna always have more control in that area of their life, aka eighth house being sexuality. They're gonna always have more control of their sexuality because they have planets. Planets are like our own energy, and they're like our own conscious energy. So like like a person like me, like having like I said, Pisces eighth house, that means it's powerful energy, but it's hard to control for me because I don't have a lot of planets or signs in that house per se. So it's like I don't be the one always putting conscious energy into it. You see what I'm saying? Let me give you an example. So like let's say if health was a house, which technically I think it's sixth house, but say it was just say imagine if it was a astrology house that dealt with nothing but health, right? Let's imagine it was a astrology house that dealt with nothing but just straight health. You know what I'm saying? Like nutrients, vitamins, working out, it's nothing but just straight health. Basically, what I'm saying is a person that got a lot of houses. I mean, I'm sorry, a person that got a lot of planets and signs and energy in that house, that health house, will be a person who they don't even have to try. It's natural for them to do stuff in their life that cater to their health. You see what I'm saying? It's natural for them to, you know what I'm saying, drink like energy drinks or drink smoothies and protein shakes and like they don't even have to think about it. That's just naturally who they are. You see what I'm saying? They can't help but exercise. Not because they even are trying to. They just it just they feel they know that that's a part of them, and they would feel incomplete probably if they didn't. You know what I'm saying? As opposed, so they naturally do these things. As opposed to a person, if you there was a health house and you didn't have no planets or energy in it, it's like a person who you may not even consciously be aware of it or think about it, but it's like you basically never really put that much energy into your health. So it's almost like anything outside of you that do have energy can force you to pay attention to that area, and that could be negative if that's not a person that's in your favor. Like for instance, right? Say I don't got no energy in my health house, and does that mean I already don't put a lot of energy work? I already don't do a lot of health stuff by nature. I already don't put a lot of energy in that area of my life in general, right? So as soon as I go about John or Sam or whatever that is the type of person where he's deep in the health, they'll force me to pay attention to my health, and it could be in negative ways or a situation in my own life can force me to pay attention to my health, all because I didn't pay attention to it in the first place. It's kind of like that. So I ain't mean to like go too far and get off track, but that's the best way I can explain it. So you see with me, it's like sexual things can happen in my life that it was out of my control. Like so, you already are not gonna have that much control with your sexual energy if you don't have no houses. I mean, if you don't have no planets and energy in your houses. But it's also like anything outside you can control you too. Like that's like say a person that get the strip club, right? They got an empty eighth house, no planets, no signs of nothing. They gonna be it's gonna be easier for them to get like you could say like taken advantage of, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if other people do have energy in their eighth houses, and even if they don't, it's just that place being void in that person's life is can be easily taken advantage of. It ain't nothing for a woman that's attractive or sexy, whatever, to seduce you easier than maybe like you or maybe like somebody else that does have a lot of energy into it. And that's the best way I could break that down. So like I want to say, basically making it long story short, with you having a lot of planets or you having planets in your eighth house, it's like it's like you still have a lot more control, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. You still have a lot more control, and you also put a lot of eighth house energy into your life. See what I'm saying? So you said I got a freaky mental illness I got to get rid of. I got a prostitution addiction. But you see what I'm saying? It's like I hate to say it because you remember this. We in the subconscious community right now. We not really about like the world or how they see things right or wrong. We just telling how it is. It's nothing really wrong with that as long as you taking the right precautionary measures in your own life. Cause you a man, you own your own spirit. You here to experience what you're here to experience. Don't let nobody trying to tell you, oh, you wrong, you demonic, you sinning. No, 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 no. Your spirit here to experience that for a reason. You see what I'm saying? You're experiencing that to grow, to either get out of or to grow from. Either way, you're still growing. So it's like it ain't nothing wrong with that. You just need to find some type of balance. Don't let it overtake you. And you said it was an addiction. You know what I'm saying? So just if there's a way that you can like fulfill other areas of your life, so that you don't have to feel like you have to pay attention towards your sexual energies as much. And like I said, since you have a lot of planets or you got some planets and energy in your eighth house, it'll be a little bit more easier for you than let's say someone else like me to handle your energies. You see what I'm saying? Cause I can't. I had to get on a lot of stuff to control my sexual energy. Like I ain't gonna lie, like semen. I ain't gonna lie. Like at one point I was on like semen retention, no fap and shit. And there is still truth in those things. Like with the whole semen retention, no fap shit. Like a man shouldn't always be like overly depleting themselves, cause it is a science to it. Especially if they're doing it by themselves, you do lose a lot of energy, minerals, and vitamins. See, if you're doing it with a female, you actually absorb more. Like when you having a female, even though you blow, you know what I'm saying, you have that climax at the end, you still actually are like absorbing her energies and her nutrients and fluids, despite of what you've lost. But if you're doing it by yourself, you just losing straight nutrients and minerals. So if you don't have proper nutrition, diet, multivitamins throughout your day, smoothie, whatever workout plan, you're gonna have a hard time recharging and regenerating that lost, see what I'm saying, nutrients that you lost. And depending on how long and how frequently that you lost into that pattern, you'll be in a situation where it'll take even longer to even heal yourself. So you have to go even longer, or longer appearances of possibly abstinence, or longer periods of celibacy, of holding your seed to just regenerate the shit that your body and organs lost. You see what I'm saying? To get deep. You said, but I got a prostitution bit. I love my pretty prostitutes. No got help. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, yeah. No fat semen. That's it's a deep science to it. I gotta make a separate live about that one day, about the senior teacher shit, because it's a deep science to it. Like it's part of the reason why a lot of men today are very weak in the sense of they're a lot more effeminate, and that's because not only like the stuff that the government naturally does and stuff with the food and stuff like that, and having us have bad habits. But one of those bad habits that they have us do is overly depleting ourselves. And when you talk about, um, I'm gonna just say corn. I ain't gonna actually say it because this is one of the kid friendly ones. But when you talk about corn, right? Corn, that puts people in a situation where they put these things out there so people can deplete themselves. But it's also like at the same time not fully the government fault at all, to the full extent, because they know that we're still lost in our desires to even be lost in a situation to get lost in our desires like that. You see what I'm saying? So yes, they got fault on their hand a little bit for pushing it out there the way they do. But yes and no, because you still got to be lost into it to get indulged in the first place. Just because that's like me putting a bunch of TV screens out there. Yeah, I mean I'm trying to influence you, but that don't mean that you gotta sit there and watch it. So you can say it either way. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, like it's a lot that you lose when you overly deplete yourself. Now, mystical mysterio. Um, do you feel like um you like you said you have good control, right? Do you want me to real quick give you some good tips about how you can better transmute your sexual energy so you can get out of those sexual addictions and put that into a better area of life? Let me know, because I can ask you what sign your eighth house is, and I could go from there and give you the straight business real quick. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, what sign is your eighth house in? Because that deals with a lot. Like mine's Pisces, so things that help me is like a lot being like creative with my sexual energies, all kind of shit. But just yeah, you say yeah for sure. It's Capricorn. All right, so look, so check it out. So here's the thing. This how it goes, right? Yeah, I got mosquitoes out in this bit. I'm in Florida, bro. So you know how it be. But check it out, right? And you can let me know if you want. You can let me know where you from too. Shot you out wherever you from. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how it's going out there if you feel comfortable. If not, it's straight. You know what I'm saying? I understand. But getting into it. So you said your Capricorn was eighth house, right? So when you talk about the eighth house Capricorn, we know that the things that are gonna help you have more control, or even more control than you already do, since you do have energy in there, is gonna be earth element things. So, okay, shout out Dallas, Texas. Hey, I bump with Texas the long way, bro. I bump with Texas. I'll always f with Texas, all of Texas. You see what I'm saying? Um, so shout you out for sure. So basically, Capricorn eighth house, that's earth element, right? So the things that are gonna give you more access and more control when it deals with your sexual energy is gonna deal with physical things. So like physical exercises, physical exercise and physical exercise in general. It may be certain mantras and gestures that you can do, like yoga. You see what I'm saying? Exercise in general, whether that's lifting weights, cardio, aerobics. It could be aggressive exercise like kickboxing, stuff of martial art, anything that you can aggressively get off, feel like you feeling off that fire, getting that tension out of you. Um, any type of sport. You see what I'm saying? Physical activity. Let's see. Another one I'll give you too. Check it out. Getting a massage. Because like I said, physical, right? Capricorn, that's an earth sign, that's physicality, right? So check it out. Anything that can physically relax, anything that can physically relax your body will help you. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because since your Capricorn is the earth element, anything that gives you tension, you see what I'm saying, can affect you since that's one of your earth houses, your sexuality. So if you can like find ways to physically release stress, as far as like I said, get a massage, reflexology is a really good one. You got like stuff out there like qigong, yoga, tai chi. These are all exercises that you do to like relax the body and they move energy throughout the body. It's another good one too, like uh is it progressive muscle relaxation? That's like when you just sit back and you like relax all the muscles in your body from like the top of your head, like your face muscles, chest, back, legs, foot, all that. Like you relax your whole body, and you do that. You may do that for like anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minutes to 10 minutes. You go as long as you want. Start out small. You can start off short, whatever. Um, I already said reflexology. I said progressive muscle relaxation. I said yoga. I said massage. I said working out. Yeah, all anything that deals with anything that's physical and like tangible will help you out. It don't matter. I know it's gonna sound funny, but even if it's like some type of like lingam massage, like in like tantra and stuff like that, like yeah, like learning about tantra, learning about how to transmute energy physically, as far as like certain thrusting exercises that help move that that sexual kundalinic energy up the spine, like anything that's physical. You see, I don't give you a lot, but you can always keep this video because I'm gonna keep this live uploaded. Just go to the live. I'm gonna keep it up there. But any type of physical activity is gonna help you. You see what I'm saying? See, like let me give you an example, right? I'm gonna talk about me personally. You feel what I'm saying? So me, so me, I'm kind of like the opposite of you a little bit, in a sense of like, in a sense of like, my eighth house is in Pisces, right? So Pisces are already a powerful energy, but it's a water sign, right? So check it out. My eighth house being in Pisces, right? That lets you know since it's water, the be- the best things that's gonna tap me into my sexual energy is gonna be things that deal with like let's say emotions and feelings. So the more, and mind you, in sexuality, so the more, let's say, the more I sit back sometimes and consciously put a lot of energy as far as feeling my emotions and feelings into my sexuality, whether I could just sit back and imagine sexuality, but actually try to feel the emotions and feelings of sexuality. Like I like the more I try to expand on my emotions and feelings about sexuality. You see what I'm saying? Also with it being Pisces specifically, because the modality matters too. I'm gonna get back into your modality too in Capricorn. The modality matters too. So I mean not Capricorn, Pisces, my Pisces, right? Talk about me for a second. That deals with like art, creativity, fantasy. You see what I'm saying? What else? And like I said, art in general, but since it's a sex house, it it's a strong emphasis of things that might help me more will be if I put more creativity, more creative expression, more fantasy, more artistic ways, more creative ways that I can use for my sexuality. For instance, even if it's just me sitting back and going into a meditative space, close my eyes, and coming up with more creative sex in my mind, or coming up with more sexual fantasies. You see what I'm saying? Doing like sexual fantasy meditations, or jumping in my mind and meditating and more sexual imagination. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that is gonna help me deal better with my energies, my sexual energies. Now, like I said, you in a better situation than me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because right off the bat, excuse me, right off the bat, you already in a situation, right, where you have energy, aka planets or signs already in your eighth house. So by default, whether you're consciously aware of it or not, you have a lot more control in that area of life, aka your sexuality, than per se me coming up. Me, I had to get into all kind of stuff. I had to get into. I learned about semen retention, which, like I said, I still bought with semen retention because it don't mean the lost way of semen retention is people that take it like religious, like oh you have to do it for the rest of your life. You should never drop a seed. But the healthy way of semen retention, or the healthy way of no fap, is just having moderation, meaning you don't want to overdo it, you don't want to do it too much. In the sense of everybody got their own type of homeostasis. Some people, they have a higher sex drive, right? And they always flaming. It don't matter. They can bust and then get right back up, get right rock. You see them get solid brick. It ain't nothing to them. Some people it take longer. So some people like them, they may need to do, it may be 12 days that they can go comfortably before they can constantly go on that type of cycle, like let's say every 12 days. Some people, they could do every 4 days, every 2 days. Some people can do every day because they sexual energy is healthy and powerful like that. So I'm saying everybody's different, but there is a such thing as a homeostasis. Like you don't want to do it too much, you don't want to do it uh go too long. But yeah, basically with judo in particular, with your eighth house being in Capricorn, that's an earth sign. So most physical exercises that you can physically do, physical exercises, relieving physical tension, um, physical gestures, yoga, tai chi, qigong, running, cardio, weightlifting, um, progressive muscle relaxation, massage. I already said yoga, reflexology, all that. Anything physical. Like I said, remember I told you I did a video earlier. The earth element deals with routine. So the more you can put those routines in your life of doing shit physically to help you, you're gonna be straight. I promise you, but you're gonna see a big difference. And it's also kudos to you, cause like I said, you got energy in there, so it'll also be easier for you to get to point A to point B. You said finna get into massage. I did sports all my life. Yeah, for sure. I know that helps. Martial arts helps. You finna pursue more massage, yoga. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Cause if you trying to, what I'm saying, really conquer and master your sexual energy, knowing that your eighth house is in Earth sign, do you know that that's gonna help you a lot? And also, like I said, I did mention the modality, right? And like specifically, like let's say like with your with the particular earth sign in your eighth house, it's the earth element in general, right? Like physical things. But with it particularly being in Capricorn in particular, that deals with the initiate. So that also deals with building, right? That's what I mean by initiate. Like you start, you create. So the more stuff that you can build to in your life, like try to build more in your life, whether physically with your hands or mentally. You know what I'm saying? Whether it could be even down to spiritually, like internally, if you go in your meditative space, and but when you go within, you're not fixating too much on the fire element and like imagination and shit and vision. You're not necessarily fixating too much on the water, the emotions and feelings. You fixate it more so on practicality. Like you may use the vision, but you focusing more so on building. Like you're going there and trying to build your internal world. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you use a little bit of imagination for it, but you try to build up your internal world. You go within to do that. Um, certain type of like certain businesses or careers in your life, whether you're trying to build a business, whether it's a career you want to do in your life, the more you focus on like just building, the energy of building, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, like that entrepreneur spirit, that'll help you out too. Because like I said, the physicality, the earth element works in all spectrums. So the more you can just use that element in your life, physicality, in all areas of your life, it'll help you. So with that being said, you can let me know real quick if there's anything else that you want to know. But I don't mean to wear you out too, you know what I'm saying? But I did want to make that thorough for you because I want to help you out because I did miss you wanted me to make that video and I had waited so long to do it because I got busy, I got caught up and I took a trip. I went out of town. I forgot all about it. That's why I ain't posting in so long. It's been like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I appreciate you for being, you see what I'm saying? Consistent supporter and all that stuff like that. I got you. Like if you ever need questions, it ain't nothing for me to drop a video real quick. Um, you said that's insightful. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, Appreciate. I am a very physical person based on much. Yeah, man. Like I say, yeah, that physical energy and just utilizing the physicality in your life, the earth element is gonna help you a lot. Um, I'm still learning about my shit. Like I said, like my eighth house being in water. Mind you, I already don't have that much planets in my shit, so it's already gonna be a little bit rougher for me. But it's like I'm still learning on like I'm still working on like trying to like master, you know what I'm saying, hone down. And it's a lot of stuff that I have learned that I have accumulated in my eighth house for sure. But it's always gonna be an uphill battle for me. But I always still put a lot of energy work in there. Cause me having the Pisces in my eighth house, that's like a water. That's water. So I'm dealing with not only like emotions and feelings, you know what I'm saying? The more I put my emotions and feelings in my sexuality, cause it's water sign, it's Pisces eighth house for me. the more I utilize my emotions and feelings in my sexuality. But also, it's like the more since it's Pisces in particular, the more I can focus on my overall creativity, imagination, fantasy. You see what I'm saying? More creative endeavors I could put into my sexuality. You see what I'm saying? Having more sexual ideas, having more creative sexual ideas, having more having more creative sexual imagination, having more creativity in my sexuality as a whole, having more fantasy in my sexuality, or having more sexual fantasy. That's the opposite that'll help me. You know what I'm saying? And it's always gonna be an uphill battle for me because, like I said, I don't have no planets in there. So it's always gonna be. Sometimes it can be easily controlled by other things outside of me. But the more energy work I put into there, the more it'll be. I'll be able to come to grasp with that energy and have a little bit more of a hold on it. You see what I'm saying? Have a little bit under my control. And another thing, Miss Cheryl, before you leave, I want to say this too. You got plants and energy in your house, so I really didn't break it down, but this is still help you too, even if you do have energy already in there. It definitely works for me too. So house lords, aka how to rectify that energy. So another thing is like whether, especially if you don't have no planets in your in that house, but if you're in a situation where you just want to rectify your energies in general, let's say your eighth house, right? So you said your eighth house is Capricorn. So the sign that rules Capricorn for the most part is Saturn, right? So look and see what house you have Saturn, the sign Saturn in. And if you use that house's energy and apply it to your sexuality, it'll help you as well. So that's a double dosage I just gave you. So not only utilizing more earth element, more physicality in your life, building, practicality, business, career, jobs, massage, working out, anything that releases physical tension, just physicality in general. I'm also give you a double dosage. You can rectify that energy by utilizing your eighth house lord. So what house is your Saturn in? What house is your Saturn in? I give you a moment. What house is your Saturn in? You might have left already, but I want to see if you go. You might have already left. I was gonna say, depending on what house your Saturn is in, you might be trying to find it out too. I can wait a little bit. Hopefully, yeah. Depending on what house that your Saturn is in, since your eighth house is Capricorn and Capricorn rules Saturn or Saturn rules Capricorn, that's the house that you can utilize. And whenever you utilize that house's energy, like let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example, right? So let me use me for an example. Like I said, right? I got eighth house in Pisces, right? So the more I put, especially since I don't have no planets in it, so the more um my eighth house is Pisces, Neptune rules Pisces, right? And my Neptune is in the seventh house, and the seventh house does relationships of all sorts and relating, right? So the more that I utilize the energy of relationships in my life, relating, and I apply that to my sexuality, the more it'll help me. So it can work out, excuse me, that can work out physically, like me actually having partners in relationships in my life and partners and relating, and whether that's girlfriends or being in relationships, any of that type of stuff like that. It could be even people that I know because it works on all sorts. But um, even if I'm in a situation, like say I'm in a situation where I don't have a partner at the moment, even if I just use it internally and spiritually, like if I go within myself and utilize the energy of relating, like I imagine or use a vision element to imagine a relationship or sexuality in relationships in my life, that would help me. You see what I'm saying? Or another, let me give you another example. Like, let's say a person got eighth house in Leo. The sun rules Leo, right? So if a person got a sun, and if their sun is in the fifth house deals with like creativity, arts, um, being creative endeavors of all sorts, right? Entertainment. So the more a person apply creativity, entertainment, art, stuff like that into their eighth house, aka their sexuality, it'll help them. You see what I'm saying? But with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Appreciate everybody that learned from the video. If anybody need any, got any questions that want to be answered, got any questions in general, want me to make a video or anything, let me know. I'll get back to you. If you got any questions in the comments, let me know. Hit me up. You see what I'm saying? Socials. I sell art. I do astrology charts. All that. Let me know. Shout y'all out. See y'all later.